Real quick, I just wanted to pivot for 1 second because I got a question on Twitter from someone that was asking why Hunter Dickinson took the ball inbounds. There's a couple reasons for it. One, I'm guessing that Juwan Howard assumed that what Mick was going to do was put the tallest guy that he had in front of the ball. So you get Hunter Dickinson, who is 7 foot, there to try to just get the ball up high, so you don't have to worry about having it be deflected when you're passing it in, and there's a shorter space between where you're throwing it from and where the ball's got to get tipped in. The other part of it is that in that spot, you need something more than just a tall guy. You need your best leaper. There's a reason why Brandon Johns, if you go back and watch the last play, Brandon Johns is the guy where they get the cross screen and he's coming behind him and trying to set up for the lob.
Yep.
And if you exactly. Watch the replay, UCLA had 3 guys around the basket. Like, that was not going to get there. That's why he got kicked out to Franz, and Franz got the chance to hit the shot to win the game.
Let me go off that. So many times they go to a big man in that inbounds play. The big man's not coordinating and quick enough to get the ball off his hands with 0.5 to go and into the hoop. So that just would have been too challenging for Dickinson to be able to do that. So that's why I agreed with that call by Michigan. And I know it was a heave from the left wing, but UCLA was not going to let anything at the rim. UCLA wasn't allowing anything at the rim under normal circumstances. This was a brilliant defensive performance by the Bruins. And if you play defense like they do, and you get a kid who starts playing possessed, like Ju Zhang's playing right now, I'll tell you what, big picture, Rob, regardless of what happens in the next game, and let's face it, Gonzaga is going to beat UCLA. I don't know by how much. I wouldn't, if I'm an advocate for what you wager on, folks. If you're sitting there right now saying, man, 14 is a lot of points, I'm going to take UCLA, then you haven't watched this Gonzaga team enough and what they do on both ends of the floor. I don't even know what I would do on that front. But here's what I'll say about UCLA. A lot of people doubted the Mick Cronin hire. Goodbye to that. UCLA in the Final Four for the first time in 13 years. It's good for college basketball when UCLA is relevant. And tonight was the culmination for them of, I think, not only in the now, think of the recruits they're going to get. Think of the Pac-12 and how much that does for TV windows. UCLA playing in marquee games. Mm-hmm. This is big for college basketball. It's got a throwback feel, and I, for one, am a big fan.
Yep, and I want to talk more about UCLA in a second, but I do just want to respond to this. Juwan really struggled to make right calls in the end of the game. He made similar mistakes against Ohio State in the Big Ten tourney. Here's where I'm going to push back on you, Tyler, on that take. Franz Wagner got a wide open 3 from the top of the key with 14 seconds left, and Michigan up or down by 1. Wide open. There was no one within 5 feet of him. Now, you can make the argument, and you might be right, that Mick Cronin made the decision to go underneath that ball screen and say, okay, if we're going to lose by Franz Wagner, who's played horrible all night, making a 3, then that's the way that we're going to lose. But at the end of the day, like, if that's not a bad shot for you. Franz Wagner is going to be an NBA player. He shoots 30-something% from 3. He has a wide open look from the top of the key. You take that shot. On a final possession, you take that shot and you live with it. It didn't go in, but you live with getting that shot. All you can do is scheme up a good shot, and that was a good shot. The Mike Smith shot, he's going full speed. He's got Tiger Campbell off balance. If you watch him again, Tiger Campbell turns the wrong way at one point. He's sprinting backwards. He has to stop. He doesn't get a contest on him. Mike Smith stops. He pulls up. A guy that averaged 22 points a game last year at Columbia as a shoot-first point guard. Got a pull-up 3 in rhythm on the wing. Not the most ideal spot, but that's a shot that Mike Smith probably hits 35 to 40% of the time. Those are the 2 looks he got at the end of the game. If you're a Michigan fan, you cannot complain about the looks that they got. The shots did not go in. Sometimes they don't go in at the end of games. It happens. That's why we love this sport of basketball.
I would have gotten Chaundi Brown one more shot late in the game. That's the only thing I would say. I agree with Jordan. I thought Chaundi Brown was in a rhythm. I thought he deserved maybe a look or 2. Here's what I'll say. Everybody that's arguing about getting to the rim, 2 things. Number 1, Michigan missed so many point blanks at the rim tonight, Rob. I don't mind them getting open perimeter shots. Wagner missed a wide open perimeter shot, and Smith missed a pull-up that was in rhythm.
And it's also those shots are very different than the crossover step back, hand in the face, 25.
Yeah.
Like, those are rhythm open threes with your toes on the line. Like those are great looks.
And here's the other thing. I'm sorry. Has anybody been watching this tournament over the last couple of nights? You're telling me that you want to have a guard just go down the lane? Do you know what that's going to get called? It's getting called like this every time right now. If a guard drives down, and I don't want to put the game in the hands of the officials. I don't. If I'm a head coach right now, I do not want to put the game in the hands of the officials on a drive to the rim. You all could disagree with me. I didn't mind Michigan taking perimeter shots late in the game. They missed their last 8 shots. It's a make or miss game. I thought they got some good looks out of the 8. They missed their last 8 shots. UCLA wasn't that much better, but they were good enough.